Takashi 6ix9ine has been on the news for several reasons, and none of them has the word good attached to it. From his child porn charges to almost spending his entire life in prison for his involvement in gang crimes, you'd believe him to actually take a break. Well, he didn't spend those supposed years in jail because he ratted out his gang associates, and he got 2 years imprisonment but was released due to his health complications and the spread of COVID-19 in prison to spend the rest of his jail term in his home. He's been in so much beef with fellow rappers because he snitched on his gang associates, with most of the beefs being either one-sided or Takashi being unconditionally mute about it until his release from prison. The late King Von had a lot to say about Takashi before his passing at a gunfight. He called out fellow musicians from Nicki Minaj to Akon who had worked with Takashi after his release from prison. Meek Mill, another rapper, has been on Takashi's case since his trial in 2018. Until recently, we got a reaction crazier than his usual social media rants. Keep watching to find out the crazy way Takashi responded to Meek Mill. So, who is Meek Mill? Meek Mill is an American rapper whose real name is Robert Rameek Williams, born on June 6, 1987. He lost his dad at the age of 5 and has a sister named Nashima Williams, and his mom is Kathy Williams. In trying to assist his trying mom, he became close to an old friend of his dad who was a DJ in Philadelphia, and he was influenced by music in that environment. He was once in a group called Bloodhounds, formed by his 2 best friends and himself. His scenes from rap battles had made waves and gotten the attention of the big names in the music industry interested in him, including T.I., who was so involved in the production of his debut solo mixtapes. But the legal battles both he and T.I. faced hindered them from building a career together. After several releases from him, Rick Ross signed him onto Maybach Music Group, his record label. He was given opportunities to create more music and showcase his talents and what he had to offer. His mixtapes, Dream Chasers and Dream Chasers Volume 2, are his most talked about creation, with the latter being one of the most downloaded mixtapes of all time. The support gotten from their release caused him to finally release Dreams and Nightmares, his debut studio album in 2012, which was awarded a gold certificate 3 years after it was released. Before he could release his second studio album, he was arrested and jailed for the violation of parole. In 2015, he finally released the album, which was titled Dreams Worth More Than Money. In the first week of its release, it sold 246,000 copies. His controversies. Meek Mill might have the look of an average individual with little trouble, but he's far from that and has been involved in a series of controversies. A misunderstood controversy was from his song Amen from Dreams and Nightmares, in which a pastor from Philadelphia accused Meek of putting the religion in an awful light. In his defense, Meek said rap songs contain bad words, and things that he obviously doesn't mean could also be expressed in his rap songs, and it wasn't his intention to cause damages to any religion. He wrote how he felt at the moment. His controversies generated feuds with fellow musicians in the industry, from Young Money members including Nicki Minaj, his ex, and Drake. His feud with Drake was finally ended after 3 years during a concert. Drake took to his Instagram and posted a picture of them shaking hands on stage and captioned it, "This really gave me peace of mind tonight. Healing and moving forward created one of the most electric and gratifying moments of my career." He also had issues with The Game, Beanie Sigel, Cassidy, 50 Cent, and Kendrick Lamar. The beginning. Back on November 28, 2018, Meek had an interview with Power 106, and as the interview progressed, he digressed on Takashi's lifestyle and choices, emphasizing how he wished he could have advised. He said, "I used to always want to tell that kid, you give out that certain kind of energy, you give out that energy, and that energy actually comes back. Having 50 people around you and 2 people got a job, it means nothing. It can get you in a lot of trouble that everybody don't make it out of. Not saying that he won't make it out of his situation, but it could get you in a lot of trouble that it's hard to make it out." The one-sided beef. It was an easy guess. Takashi obviously rejected Meek's advice. It was evident because Takashi was on trial for his involvement in gang activities. But I believe it struck the ego of Meek and since decided on getting involved in whatever Takashi had going, like his trial. On June 10th, 2019, Meek called out Takashi for cooperating with the prosecutors during his trial, after he was arrested and charged to court for robbery and gang-related violence with the 9 Trey Blood Street Gang. Meek was disappointed and aired his opinion during his Ask Meek a Question and Answer session on Twitter when a fan asked what he thought of Takashi after he testified against his gang members. Meek replied by tweeting that he's a vicious kid, started all that drama, and starts telling. He continued on his Instagram and expatiated on his tweet by saying what he did was wrong, plain and simple. Troublemaking, clout chasing, don't follow that path. Young kings be great. He didn't end there. On September 17, 2019, when Takashi was to testify in court, Meek Mill took to Twitter and wrote, "6ix9ine going up in a federal courthouse today, kids. Message of the day, don't be an internet gangster, be yourself. Hashtag clout is not the route, get money," as supposed wise words to all his fans. When American blog and popular entertainment news platform Shade Room posted pictures of Takashi in prison with Jade, his girlfriend at the time, Meek wasted no time in sharing his opinion and commented, "That witness protection drip," making fun of Takashi. Meek versus Takashi. Seems Takashi has been silent because he was imprisoned. After his release, the beef between him and Meek escalated. Meek Mill posted a video of Takashi's tweet announcing to go on Instagram Live for the first time since he was released from prison, and then rapped about snitches and not snitching. In the video, Meek also adds that, "I hope that rat going live to apologize to the people he told on or the victim. Y'all forgot that fast? A rat killed Nipsey. He wasn't supposed to be on the streets. That's the only thing I'ma say because he's dead. Left his baby mom and child like a coward as targets." Takashi, out of prison, didn't back down and posted Meek's tweet on Instagram with this response. "Imagine having a newborn baby come out into the world and be pressed about a Mexican with rainbow hair." Meek responded by calling Gooba, Takashi's new song after prison, trash, and adding this to express his distaste for Takashi. "Now you just an informant behind a keyboard trying to troll families you ruined, so it's not gonna hit the same. And by the way, I'm doing this for my sons, so you won't be around to impact their lives ever." Meek felt he had given too much unintended attention. With the beef exploding and floating all over social media and blogs, he took to Twitter and explained himself by the next day. He wrote, "I'm sorry, I lash out sometimes when I see people playing like that. LOL. I've been locked up too many times like an animal. Sam, change my passcode and don't give it to me no more," with laughing emoticons. The Black Lives Matter protest that spiked up a lot of artists sharing support after a man was strangled by the cop in uniform and in the daytime was used as an instrument for music shaming after Meek released a protest song and not going out to actually protest. On June 5, 2020, Takashi said, "If Kanye, who is way more famous than all these rappers, is outside protesting with the people, why is the wannabe Martin Luther King not? But he has no problem dropping a song." And he wrote, "But you the voice of the streets, you clown." Takashi took his beef with Meek to his Instagram Live to call out a list of people in the industry who were rats. Yes, you guessed right. Meek was the first name on his list in the video. He said, "I'm gonna start off with Meek, right? And look, you need this clout. I'm not clout chasing because I got more followers than you. I'm more poppin' than you. You know this. I'ma show you something real quick." He continues by showing a picture of Meek with Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez, who cooperated with the prosecutors of the U.S. Attorney's Office after she was arrested for the conspiracy with the intent to distribute narcotics. He ended by calling out other rappers, including Meek, for relating with people on the list. You see Meek Mill right here with Desiree Perez. She's part of their prison reform with Jay-Z at Roc Nation. She's an executive at Roc Nation, but then you go saying we don't f with rats. Your executive is a rat, he said. Considering it was a night before he released his music collaboration Trolls with Nicki Minaj, it may or may not have been a way of promoting and generating for the song. Face-off between Meek and Takashi. On February 13, 2021, a physical confrontation occurred between Meek and Takashi that almost led to a fistfight at a club in Atlanta. Both rappers have different stories to what happened, but in the video released by both parties, Takashi was being pulled away from Meek, who on the other side remained calm. In the video posted by Takashi, he could be seen calling Meek a pussy and calling his bodyguards the police.
"And you with police! And you with police! Look, that's the cop! Cop!"
While in the video posted by Meek, an unknown person from his entourage keeps shouting at Takashi and calling him a bitch while Meek was recording his version of the incident. After the videos made it on social media and caused an uproar, Meek shared his version of what occurred and went on Instagram to share how he spat on 6ix9ine, but he deleted the post. He tweeted, "The Fed sent him to take me out. He, Takashi, really waited outside the club for me. I thought I was dreaming." In his detailed explanation of what happened, he tweeted, "We didn't run into each other. I was getting in my car, he just popped out. We almost was smoking on that 6ix9ine pack for the love of a viral moment. He trying to get something locked up, no cap, LOL." Takashi went on social media to express his thoughts, and all that happened, according to him, was a way to expose Meek Mill for having protection from the police. He posted on Instagram that, "Stop letting these rappers lie to you," he wrote on Instagram. "They too tough for security. At Meek Mill, running around with police. This how you expose these fake gangsters," tagging Meek Mill to the post.